My name's Britt. If this is your very first time to my channel, normally what I talk about here is a lot of spiritual development and personal growth. However, today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a different video because I've been getting requests. You guys know that I'm going to Thailand for the entire month of December. A lot of people don't really know that side of me. They don't know that I have been a rock climber on and off for about 6 years. I've been getting some comments from you guys saying like, wow, what's rock climbing all about? I've always wanted to try it. So what I'm gonna do today is show you what I've been doing to train for the past 3 weeks. I am going to head to the gym now in a second, but I wanted to give you guys a brief little overview of the gear that I use and the different methods of climbing, because there's all different types, and I'll be going to the rock climbing gym and showing you guys bouldering and sport climbing today, and then also going up to the top room and doing some of my like weightlifting and training. Before I hop in, I also want to let you guys know, because I feel like I always get so many comments on the outfits that I wear during these videos, and I got all of my pieces from YogaClub Box, which you guys know I am a tribe leader for. And if you're curious to get 20% off of your first subscription box, I'll leave it's like a link, and I'll leave it in the description box down below. Tickets were incredibly cheap. I want to say they were like $460, and I love going to Southeast Asia because it is so inexpensive. I think a lot of people think that traveling internationally is so much of a bigger deal than it actually is. And a lot of people are really surprised to hear that you can stay overseas in Southeast Asia, especially in those countries around like Cambodia, China, Thailand, Vietnam, Laos. All of those countries are so inexpensive to stay in. So we're gonna be down there. But without further ado, let's hop right into it. Come and train with me today. So the first thing I'm going to show you is I just have a little climbing bag, and this has 3 things that I always need depending on the type of climbing I'm going to do. So this is my harness, and this is for the climbing that you do with a rope, and I'll show you guys what that's all about at the gym. I'm not going to have a partner today. Curtis isn't going to come with me, so I'm just going to be on the auto belay system, which is basically a contraption that's hooked up to the ceiling, and I clip on a carabiner to my harness, and then it allows me to climb up the wall, and when I come off of it, it like gently lowers me to the ground. Also, I'm really sorry my camera keeps stopping, and that's why this video is so choppy, so sorry. Next thing is my climbing shoes, of course. And I really love rock climbing because it's seriously like dancing. And we even have little like ballet slippers that we wear that are really tiny. And these hold your feet really tight. The bottom of them are made of rubber, and it keeps it so that you like stick to the wall. And this is why you're able to see people climbing at such steep elevations, and their toes are able to just grip the really tiny details in the rock, depending on the type of rock. And I'm going to be climbing on plastic today in the gym. And then my chalk bag. So maybe you couldn't see that, but this is just filled with chalk. And the reason that we use this, of course, as you're climbing, you're increasing your heart rate, you're starting to sweat, you're exerting your body, and whenever you start to sweat, your hands will start slipping off of the handholds, and you need to constantly be chalking up, especially if you're doing route climbing, so that you can stay on the wall and stay super dry. And actually, it was really hard for me to start being able to use chalk because it makes your hands feel so dry, and I was not used to it. And now that I know my difficulties with grounding, I know that the reason that I never used to like getting sand between my toes or utilizing chalk is because I had a really big difficulty integrating with the earth. It's crazy. And now I don't have an issue with it at all. I'm also going to be using tape as soon as I get to the gym because I got a flapper. That means all the skin came off of the second pad of my pinky, and it's super tender still, so I'm taping it so that it doesn't get worse. We're ready to go to the gym now. After I get my shoes on, I make sure to chalk up and just get to warming up. There are plenty of different ways to start warming up, but I really just like kind of climbing around, starting to open up my hips, see how my hamstrings are feeling, really just starting to wake up my body. In a climbing gym, there are specified routes. These are the boulder problems. They start all the way from V0, which is the easiest, to, in this gym, V10, which is the hardest. After I'm done warming up, I'll usually start doing some boulder problems, depending on the grade that I'm feeling. This one is a V3. It's really important to slowly warm up the body so that you decrease the risk of injury. If I'm feeling ready, I'll move on to a V4. This route is cool because when I first started this training regimen 3 weeks ago, I actually couldn't do this V4 problem. So it's really, really fun to see how much you can grow when you're climbing 3 or 4 days a week consistently for just a few weeks. I'll usually stay climbing for about 2 hours, taking breaks as needed. As you can see, the hands get super calloused. This one is a V5, and I just started being able to do it about a week ago. I was trying it, and that's something that rock climbing is really great for, because you kind of have to be okay with not being good at something for a really long time. You have to be okay with failure. That's why I think rock climbing is so amazing with teaching different virtues all the time. This is one that I'm working on right now. It's a V5 plus. Be okay with falling again and again and many more times. This actually isn't necessarily considered sport climbing because I'm just using the auto belay system, but I have on my harness, I clip on the auto belay system. So you can see that I am able to climb up. These routes go all the way to the ceiling, and some even go across the ceiling. And then whenever you come off, it gently lowers you down. Your lactic acid builds up, especially in the forearms, and they become hard as stone. I need to massage them out. And then I will hop my happy ass upstairs to train. Usually doing some inversion training. Some days handstands come really easy, some days they don't. I'll do this for anywhere between 10 to 30 minutes. And this is my training regimen. Enjoy! To conclude this episode on my climbing training regimen. I've only been doing this for the past 3 weeks or so. Honestly, I took a really big break from climbing for a long time. A lot of people are really surprised that this is actually all I do to keep in shape and stay fit, yoga and rock climb. The thing that I love about rock climbing is that it's all calisthenic work. All you're ever doing is lifting your own body weight. So it produces really, really lean muscle just like yoga does. If you want to try out a different way of getting fit, getting your body moving and in healthy shape, definitely check around your local area. Rock climbing is gaining in popularity so much, and climbing gyms are popping up all over the place. If you have friends that are knowledgeable in rock climbing and know what safe rock climbing is, maybe try going out with them to an actual rock climbing area. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my upcoming stuff. Thank you so much, and I am going to see you